If you're one of the first guys watching this video, don't waste any time. Just follow the link below there in the description to this flashlight in Amazon and buy it. It's selling right now for $33.56. It's a freaking steal, the price that you're paying for the flashlight that you're getting. Okay, now you're back. Okay, folks, this is Fernando doing another video for Modern Survivalists, showing you the Sunwayman C15A. I mean, the price has to be one of the best deals in flashlights I've came across in the last few years. For $33.56, it's pretty much impossible to find a better product than this one. If you happen to know it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about an even better deal than this one. I mean, so many things that I like about this flashlight. It's one of those flashlights where it's not as obvious at first, but then you start appreciating the specs and the details and the quality in general once you start handling it. It's basically three things that I like a lot about this flashlight in particular. First of all would be the quality in general. You see a certain attention to the design in general. The quality of construction is clearly good. It feels very solid. It has a certain weight to the flashlight. You have steel being used here in the bezel, in the switch, around the switch as well, the smart switch. We're going to be getting into that in a second. Then you have these threads, again, steel again here for the attachment for the lanyard that we have there in the box. Then you have Sunwayman, which is a brand that, in my experience, it does stand for its product. In the past, I have contacted them with products I've broken, and no questions asked. I just send it to them, back to their thing in China. They fix it and they send it back for free. I'm going to be getting into the exact warranty and such, but at least in my experience, they've stand up to their product very, very well. I've also read of similar experiences by other people, so it's safe to say that in general they do provide a good service and good customer care. Then you have AA batteries. This flashlight uses a standard normal AA battery. You can also use rechargeable AA batteries, and if you want it as a everyday carry flashlight and you want even more power, you can use 14500 lithium rechargeable batteries. That's going to be making it for a more powerful flashlight as well. That gives you a significant amount of versatility. All right, it used to be in the old days that if you wanted to have a tactical flashlight, this is what you had to go for. A Surefire G2 with two CR123A batteries. That's what was going to be giving you the tactical amount of 80 lumens. That was plus 80 lumens would have been the basic amount. The minimum requires us to be at a tactical flashlight, so to speak. Now, as technology keeps improving, it gets to the point where even with a used up AA battery like this one that I scrounged from my used battery drawer, so as to, you know, the ones that are for throwing away, still it regulates it high enough so as to reach beyond those 100 lumens that you will be needing for a tactical flashlight. I'm not going to be lying. I mean, you guys know as well as I do that in general, I will favor CR123A batteries, battery-operated flashlights as well. The Eagle Tac D25C, which is the one that I most often carry, or even the Streamlight Sidewinder Compact 2. Even though this one does use AA batteries as well, I keep it with one of these. Now, the thing is this. For survivalists, you cannot ignore the fact that you have to be ready for worst case scenarios. You have to be worried for when things don't go the way you want, when things don't go according to plan, when maybe all you come across is a used up AA battery that you found in the floor, that you found in an old drawer, or you get from a busted remote control in a hotel, you know, and it has to work. That's one of the things you don't have when you use these ones. I'm getting to that point where I'm really considering not using CR123As anymore and going for these ones. Hey, what, you're changing your philosophy? I'm not changing my philosophy. My philosophy has always been the same regarding the basics. I want to have a knife, I want to have a multi-tool, I want to have a lighter of some sort, and if something better comes across, I have no problem whatsoever in upgrading and changing when that moment comes. With LED technology, it's advancing so fast, so many improvements made in terms of light efficiency, that eventually it will get to the point where with just a AA battery, you are going to be getting more than enough light. We are already in that point. And it's only going to be getting better. Fortunately for us, I mean, that's exactly what I wanted before even LED technology ever existed. We all, flashlight nuts like myself, we've all dreamed of those little Maglite solitaires that use the AAA battery being more powerful, lasting for a long time, and that simply did not exist back in the day. Today you have these things that are so much better, fortunately so. So let's get to what you actually get when you buy a Sunwayman C15A. Let's suppose you just follow the link, got one of these. This is what you're going to be getting in the box. Let's first take a look. Sunwayman C15A, 193 lumens. I think this is for when you're using the lithium-ion 14500 batteries, not the standard AA ones. Even though it's, I wouldn't be surprised because, yeah, it may be the case that this is what you're getting with a fresh AA battery. It's probably going to be very close, if not 193 lumens. Very close. At least that's what I've seen. Low mode is going to be 3 lumens. Reach, it's going to be 117 meters. This is actually not that bad. It's I wouldn't be surprised if this is very much true, because it's you have a reflector, a plane reflector that has a very nice amount of throw. The XML2 LED also has good throw, and that combines nicely, at least in this particular model. It has a pretty decent throw compared to the EagleTech D25C that I usually carry. 10 meters for low mode, 1.2 hours on high, 70 hours on low. That's the versatility that I was talking about before. 2-meter drop test, 1 PX 2-meter water resistance, 193 lumens, 1 AA soft contact multifunction side switch flashlight. Wouldn't be surprised at all if that's exactly what it is. 193 lumens with a fresh AA. Right, let's take a look at what you actually get. You have this little holster thing. I don't really use these much, but if you do, you have a decent enough little holster. The flashlight is not really that big. It's not the smallest one around, but it's definitely pocketable carry, in my opinion. So you have this little holster if that's what you're looking for, and you have a little bag here with the actual lanyard that attaches with this little screw. Pretty thick. It also would fit one of those tripods for cameras and such. Would also fit that as well. This also works as an impact tool if you have to break a window or glass or something like that. You could smash it quite easily, I would suppose, with this piece. It actually, Sunwayman has a specific spike for emergency use that has a little tip that would be ideal for glass breaking. It's actually a glass breaking tool, a little spike that they sell separately, not included here. This would not be that bad. I'm just by looking at it, I think it concentrates force nicely and is solid enough to do so. But this would be the way in which you would be using it with the lanyard attached. In terms of, oh, you also get a couple spare O-rings there as well. In terms of, well, some publicity of other products by Sunwayman, they have some interesting stuff. The V11R is also a great flashlight by Sunwayman. Warranty card, yeah, that's, you know, information regarding free repair, replacement within 15 days, 24 months free repair. lifetime maintenance. Within 24 months after receipt and under normal use and quality problem with your Sunwayman flashlight, you can send it to repair for free. Yeah, they pretty much honor that, and even more. I mean, when I sent another Sunwayman for repair, they never even asked anything regarding, you know, receipts and that sort of stuff. The actual manual of the C15A. Looking at different languages. Operation, here we go. Constant on, slightly depress the push button side switch to activate the flashlight, then press another time to turn it off. Simple enough. On, off. Mode switching. When the light is under any constant on mode, press and hold and push the button side switch. The light will cycle through high, medium, and low. So when you turn it on, just press, keep it pressed, and it cycles through low, medium, high. High, medium, low. And it still goes on doing that until you release it. Click it again, turns it off, click it again, turn it on again. The light has memory function. Your most recent mode will be memorized for next time use. Okay, so you're using your flashlight, you leave it, you like the medium mode, you turn it off. It remembers that whenever you turn it on again, it's going to be going back to that medium. If you use the low mode, you turn it off, time goes by, doesn't matter, you turn it on again, and it's always going to be on that last mode you used. That some people like that, some people don't like that much, but there's a little bit more to it than it seems at first, and we'll get into that in a second. Activate the hidden modes. Quick double click the side switch to activate strobe mode. Quick double click the side switch another time to activate the hidden SOS mode. Okay, that's a sweet function. You just double click it, goes into strobe. Double click it again, goes into SOS. Alright, so we basically have low, medium, high, which gives it functionality for more utilitarian everyday use. Then you have those that's fast strobe mode, which may be in an emergency for defensive purposes. Someone's attacking you, you have your flashlight, you double click it, you use that strobe. Very powerful strobe, by the way, guys, and definitely reaching those 200 lumens. Yeah, and you have that SOS mode as well by double clicking it again. Okay, these are some of the best user interfaces I've come across. And it's a shame that the manual doesn't actually explain it, that I actually had to find it almost by accident. But one of the things that makes this flashlight's user interface almost perfect is something that's not described in this manual, which is this. No matter what you're doing, what mode you have, alright, I'm in the low mode. I just press, keep it pressed, and it goes into that high mode. When the flashlight is turned off, alright, you have it in your pocket, you bring it out, you don't even remember what mode you have. You just have an emergency where you would be using it, maybe like a clicky interface, like in a Surefire, where you need all the power all at once. You cannot remember what was the last mode you were using. It doesn't really matter. You just keep it pressed and it goes into high mode. You release it and it goes off, almost like a tactical clicky flashlight. Alright, that's pretty great. Too bad they forgot to mention that there in the manual. Right, you just turn it on, cycle different modes. Suppose we keep it there at medium, or we leave it at low. You know, keep it in there in low mode. Turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, and it's always in the low mode. I have it off, and all of a sudden someone is coming after. I need a quick burst of light. Just keep it pressed on. it's doing that for me. I just release it and it goes back to the normal use of whatever mode it has. Of course, you have that strobe that with that very quick double click and the SOS, but you know, that makes it, you know, it works fantastically well for a flashlight that you're going to be using for utility every day, you know, messing around stuff, or you know, something for a quick search under the table, whatever, with that low mode. But still, it's always ready for that tactical thing that you may end up needing just by clicking and pressing and keeping it that way, or that strobe as well. You know, under the table, low mode, that's it. And you do all that with a pretty compact enough flashlight that goes nicely in your pocket. It costs 33 bucks. It uses a AA normal battery, for Christ's sakes. So it really does tick all the right boxes so as to do maybe one of the broadest amounts of possible functions in a pretty decently put together flashlight. Guys, that's my review of the Sunwayman C15A Dolphin. I think it's a fantastic flashlight for everyone, you know, but most of all, I think it's a great flashlight for someone that wants to keep it simple, someone that maybe doesn't own a billion flashlights, like some of us flashlight nuts, and someone that's not that crazy about having the latest eye-scorching 1,000 lumen EDC flashlight. You just want a real, you know, practical flashlight that does very well on all those things, and does well even as a tactical flashlight if you ever need it, and you know, for utility normal use as well. Guys, that's all for now. Take care, have a great day, see you on our next video.